contrary to what you might believe, now, in 2020, is the best time ever to be a fan of Star Wars. And I know, before you start saying,
oh, but the sequels suck! Oh, Disney's terrible!
Yes, I know.
I agree.
Disney is terrible, the sequels were pretty bad, but what you have failed to consider is that Star Wars is an entire galaxy of content that isn't that far away. See what I did there? Because even though the current movies,
The sequels,
are terrible, Star Wars is more than that. Star Wars is the prequels, which have aged really well in this era of memes. The originals, the Clone Wars, Rebels, Rogue One, Solo, and all the video games. Also Lego Star Wars. But hold up, if that is still not enough for you, we have more content on the way, like the Kenobi series. Ewan McGregor is coming back to play Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
The Cassian series, the freaking Mandalorian, Jesus Christ. That show alone has been carrying all the goodwill for the entire franchise recently.
this is the way.
And also, the next trilogy is rumored to be in the Old Republic, or the High Republic, I don't know which one. And yeah, that's pretty dope. And I can guarantee you that the shows like Kenobi and the Cassian series are gonna be just as good as The Mandalorian. Because unlike with the main films, like
The sequels,
Disney won't be trying to make everybody happy, okay? They're gonna just be catering to the hardcore Star Wars fans because those are the ones who are gonna be watching the show, right? You have a big Star Wars movie in the theaters. All the normies are gonna see it. But who's gonna actually be watching a Star Wars show on TV? Well, not TV, on Disney Plus every week? Us, the hardcore fans. That's who. Like, there's so much existing good content and so much more good content on the way. And if you don't believe me that it's a really good time for Star Wars, just like Darth Vader was brought from the darkest depths of the dark side to redeem himself by some inexplicable process, DICE has brought back Star Wars Battlefront 2, one of the most hated games in the universe, a game that almost had the government intervene. They have brought that back, and with the love and dedication of a great dev team, they've made it an awesome game that I actually want to play. It's not as good as the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, but it's pretty good. Also, The Fallen Order, I haven't played it, but apparently
it's amazing.
We interrupt this programming with a quick disclaimer. This is not a Star Wars channel. This is a commentary channel. So if you like my commentary, subscribe. Thank you. So, Star Wars movies, doing great. Star Wars video games, doing great. And also, Star Wars is running the meme culture. Like, I don't know if you've seen this recently. If you go on Instagram or TikTok, you'll see everyone with a Lego Star Wars profile picture. It's like the Lego Star Wars Mafia is running Gen Z. Like, I went to check all my new followers on TikTok the other day, which y'all should definitely follow me on. And this is all I got. I was scrolling down. Every single one of them was a Lego Star Wars character.
You are strong and wise, Anakin, and I am very proud of you.
It makes me so happy. So happy to love Star Wars. And on top of that, the fact that every popular TikToker has a Lego Star Wars profile picture says something. Because back in my day, when I was a wee kid in the 90s and the early 2000s, Star Wars wasn't cool, right? I couldn't go up to someone and talk to them about Star Wars and be like,
Yeah, let's be friends.
because honestly, I didn't have any friends that liked Star Wars until high school. I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that I didn't really have any friends until high school, but still, in elementary school when I had Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer for the N64 and the kids were bullying me, I wouldn't curse at them in English. I would be like, "Eh, Slemo, tuka tuka pizzoya."
Takam chista minky gravel mogo.
Now, if you understand that reference, you're a freaking mad lad, okay? Yes, I insulted people using the taunts from Star Wars, and you know, I guess it didn't really affect them because they didn't know where it was from or what it meant, but it was cool, okay? I thought it was cool, and even though other kids didn't think I was cool, and now, in 2020, we have girls that look like this, the popular kids. This is what the popular kids, I imagine, look like. They're making TikToks where they are doing impressions of Star Wars characters and getting millions of views.
Liar!
Watch this!
I bubble freak. Oh! Yep, the droid is ready.
Babu Frick. Such a funny line. I haven't seen the movie. That TikTok really made me want to see the movie, which I will eventually. But yeah, apparently Star Wars is cool nowadays, and even the cool kids are talking about Star Wars. So I would say that means it's a pretty good time to be a Star Wars fan, because you're no longer a weirdo. You're no longer a loser. Yes, it kind of sucks that the normies like what we like now, but I think the more Star Wars there is in the world, the better. And if you still think that Star Wars is dying because you go on Twitter and people are always complaining about Star Wars, they're always like, oh, look at what Disney's doing to Star Wars. That's not a bad thing. That's a wonderful thing. That means that people love Star Wars. That means they care enough to fight about it, to make Star Wars what it used to be, and not this virtue signaling super garbage that Disney's pushing. And I mean, I think we succeeded, because The Revenge of Skywalker made a measly
tiny.
$1 billion. I know, $1 billion is a lot, but not to Disney, okay? $1 billion to Disney is kind of a failure for this movie. The budget was $275 million, and they failed to make 4 times their money back. So, they're gonna go back to the drawing board on this, and hopefully, they stop making garbage movies and make the movies that we wanna see, because otherwise, they're just not gonna make money, and Disney's a business. Their job is to make money, and we've showed them that if they wanna make money, they have to make good movies that we like. So, we've saved Star Wars.
Victory.
Thank you. And if you still don't believe me that now is a great time to be a Star Wars fan, take a look at Exhibit A, Baby Yoda. This little cute bundle of joy is everywhere. The Mandalorian has been over for a freaking month, yet Baby Yoda memes are all over the internet. You're posting them, your girlfriend's posting them. I'm just kidding, you don't have a girlfriend. Your mom's posting them, your grandma's posting them. Everybody is obsessed with Baby Yoda, because look at this face. Have you seen a cuter face? I think not.
Roger.
And now to get back to that thing I mentioned in the start of the video, prequel memes are the finest memes on the internet that will never expire. Prequel memes are the most hilarious memes in the world.
What I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
Right? In the 2000s, everyone hated the prequels, right? But that's because they were viewing the movies wrong. If you viewed the movies as dramas,
It's wrong.
you have to watch the prequels like comedy films and meme every single line, and then the movies are gold, okay? Prequel memes are the best memes in the world, and you will try to prove me wrong.
Don't try it.
But I will do what I must. And you might tell me that you don't like prequel memes, but
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
also, the other thing that I don't understand about why everyone's mad about The Return of Skywalker is, okay, I understand the movie's not that great. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but apparently everyone's mad that force healing is indeed a thing. But I mean, come on. Force healing isn't the most ridiculous thing we've seen in Star Wars. I mean, in The Last Jedi, that purple-haired chick used a whole entire starship with light speed to kamikaze the living out of a Star Destroyer. I think it was a Star Destroyer. Doesn't matter. It was a First Order ship, okay? So it might as well be a Star Destroyer. And in Star Wars Rebels, Ezra literally went and put his hands through a time-space portal, pulled Ahsoka out of the past, saved her from being killed by Darth Vader, and then later in the episode, she jumped back through the portal to the past where she would have died, and now she's alive. What?
This is impossible.
And if you're one of the people saying,
Oh, Anakin could have brought Padme back if he had force healing.
no, he couldn't have. Okay, Padme died of sadness. And I know a lot of y'all think it's silly for someone to die of sadness, but let's be completely honest. Half of you Gen Zers wish you had the ability to die of sadness. I mean, come on. I've seen your TikToks, okay? Y'all all depressed. Y'all all want to die of sadness. Y'all wish y'all had the power that Padme had, okay? So even if Anakin had force healing, she would still choose to die of sadness than be with an evil Sith who younglings. Okay, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That is all. Credits will do fine.
What, you think you're some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that?
But yeah, I think that basically covers everything. The old content's great. The video games are great. The content to come is great. The memes, fantastic. Apparently, the cool kids like Star Wars nowadays. So, I don't know. Anybody who tells you Star Wars isn't good, that Star Wars is dying, that they no longer like Star Wars because what Disney has done is crazy, okay? If you stop liking something that's so amazing just because of a few bad movies, you're not gonna enjoy your life. Because if you love something, if you truly love something, you won't let little changes, you won't let things like the sequels stop you from loving them. Because Star Wars is amazing, and Star Wars is only gonna get better, and more people are gonna hopefully like Star Wars. And that makes me happy, because as a kid, back in the day before Reddit and online communities, I didn't have anyone to bond over Star Wars with, okay? And it was kind of sad. So I'm glad that the kids nowadays can share their love of Star Wars with each other. And yeah, that's about it. So if you like the video, check out another video, because I talk about more than Star Wars on this channel, and I don't want you to sub for only Star Wars. And leave a comment, tell me what your favorite thing from Star Wars is.
Leave a like.
Thank you to my patrons, and as always, never share your password, and may the Force be with you always.